Yo, 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 Wadey Wade, what's up, my man?
What's up, brother?
Welcome to the Dogcast.
Welcome. We are coming to an end of this season.
I know it's kind of sad. I feel like we're our job is ending.
Yeah, we got at least one more in us. We have to have a recap, but
Yeah,
I know
absolutely. We'll have to do a recap. I've got a few ideas of some stuff to pull together for that to put
for sure.
a bow tie on the season, but excited to at least jump into this matchup, the much anticipated championship. Man, it feels like so much goes into building up to this week that now that we're finally here, it's like it feels, I don't know, it's like a not Super Bowl level, but feels like there's some tingles. Everybody's kind of pins and needles
Everybody's
trying to figure
nervous.
out. Yeah, some nervousness, a lot of pressure and
Teams are practicing
excitement.
and grinding.
Yeah, it's cool to see. The few of the guys that dropped out of Wednesday's deal because they didn't want to play with another paddle outside of their normal paddle in
I
fears that it
know.
would throw off their
I
feng shui.
yeah, I know. Decker, he didn't touch that Marlowe paddle. He's a
Decker, I think Kuhn, that yeah, their whole
yeah,
team stayed away.
they did.
Um, I think Joseph was hesitant as well
Yeah,
uh,
I
to
think
pick it up.
Joseph did use it. I think he did end
He
up
did.
trying it. Yeah.
He did. Yeah. I don't think he was anticipating it, but I think end of the day, pickleball's pickleball, right? Like we can fine tune little things, but I think
Yeah. It only takes
just
like, I played with it Wednesday and then the Halloween one. And unless you're switching like the same day, then I don't feel like you notice. Like, I think on Wednesday I used it and then afterwards I started playing with my regular. And like that first, yeah, game or two, it felt a little weird going just from a different paddle. But I played with it all day for the Halloween one and then played with my normal paddle day. And it's like nothing,
yeah,
just normal.
totally. Yeah,
So
I didn't feel like, I mean, again, same thing. Slight adjustment in the beginning, not enough to
yeah,
like change the outcome of a game for me as much. Like it felt like it was just more of like within points, like oh, swing a little harder or lift a
swing
little more,
softer.
right?
Yeah.
Swing softer, yeah. But end of the day, I mean, that was a fun pivoting a little bit. That was a really fun event on Wednesday.
Yeah, it was
What
a
what were
fun
your
week. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
what were your thoughts there? Yeah, getting to fully immerse ourselves in the Marlowe experience this week.
Yeah, both days were super solid. I mean, I think we had didn't we have over 30 on Wednesday? I think we had a pretty full crew. Um
Yeah, there's a big group.
eight
I
at
don't know
least
what the
eight
total number
courts.
was, but
Um but yeah, no, that was super fun just to see almost everybody doing some set partners with the same paddles. Um I heard a lot of outbursts, good or bad or indifferent. And then the Halloween one was awesome. That was a ton of fun. Seeing some costumes and same thing.
you guys almost took it home. The Flintstones.
I know we did. We did not perform super well in the pool play, but kind of like playoffs in the league. Once you just got to make it, you just got to keep winning. So, um, we had played Christian and Craig in pool and spanked them 11-2, and then they got their revenge in the championship and they beat us
What was the
15
finals?
to 15-7. We did 15 win by two, and yeah, we didn't have our stuff, and they spanked us.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
they put a hurting on us too. I mean, similar story for us. We obliterated everybody in pool play. Mac and I
yeah,
were doing coordinated shake and bake dances, and I think we pickled a team. We pickled
who'd
Sin
you
and
pickle?
and pickled Sin and Rivera game one,
Whoa,
11-0 in the
whoa!
spandex and all. And then played those who do we play next? Oh, we played Abby and Tony and beat them 11-5. It was a good match. It was like neck and neck, and then we kind of
Yeah,
pulled away right
pulled
at
away
the
at the
end.
end.
So score is a little bit misleading there. It's a closer game than that. And then the last game we played those kids. Knox and
And Jackson.
Jackson. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
tell you could tell they're Gen Alpha with those names like Knox and
yeah,
Jackson, like
for sure.
two X's in their names between the two of them.
That's true.
Telltale sign that millennial was naming you.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it's interesting seeing that. Marcus
How
and I were
did you
talking
do
about it.
against them?
We put them in a box, but I will say 11-5, I think was the final score. Um, they have a very different play style than anybody in the group.
Hmm.
They
Backhand
a
everything.
lot of they're very comfortable with the two-way backhand and just disguising paddle angle. I think the first serve from Knox I completely whiffed on because I was just so unfamiliar with that angle. Like bro's eyes are like right at the
Yeah.
net.
It's like the ball's always rising.
No, like, wait a minute, I gotta adjust here. Like the ball is coming at a very different. It's like playing Damien or something,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
yeah. So, but yeah, they had a really unique style relative to kind of what we're seeing. I think ultimately it comes down to like when you're, I don't know how old they are, like 11 to 14. Like you can only have so much power, and I think you saw that come through a little bit.
Yeah.
They couldn't really like drive on us or anything, so they really had to finesse it.
Yeah.
Marcus
They
and
were
I were
very,
were on
very
our
good
game,
with
so
finessing. We had played them. Well, I saw that Martin and them lost 11-8. I was like, what? Like, damn, these kids must be good. And I've never seen them play. And then we were up against them to, I think, go to the championship. I think that was the semifinals. And they started off like they were up 4-1. They were up 5-1 on us. I'm like, shit, we're gonna lose. Like, and we could not get a point. And then we brought it back to like 7-7. And then we jumped out to 10-7, but then they brought it back to 10-9, and then we only beat them 11-9. Like they were crafty little things for
yeah,
sure.
crafty little things.
Like
And then they
gosh.
and then they left and went to elementary school.
Yeah. They had to go to recess.
Moms were there, drove them to the event. You know it's a you're
That's
playing with
funny.
some
But I mean,
youngsters.
props to them. Give them
Yeah,
like 3 more years. They're gonna be so solid. Like,
absolutely. Yeah, once they got facial hair, we're done for.
yeah.
But yeah, that was fun to see them. Abby's pants were there.
That was a highlight. That was a highlight.
Surprisingly wasn't the only one in spandex.
Yeah.
Or maybe unsurprising.
It
I don't
looked
know who.
natural. Like at first, it looked like Abby was just rocking some, different attire. Like
Yeah,
those were in his closet. I think he's had those for a while. I don't think.
yeah, those
I
were
don't.
not a new purchase.
Yeah, no. He had to purchase the shirt probably, but the pants, it it looked good. It looked good.
Yeah. My guess is him and the wife have been sharing those for a few years. And he finally had an opportunity to get them into public. But
Exactly.
he played well. Like they got
Yeah, they
to
got
what,
third.
third place,
Yeah.
which is better than Mac and I. We beat the brakes off of everybody and then got the beats break got
Yeah.
the brakes beat off of us by Christian and that other guy that looks like the guy from the actor from Remember the Titans,
Oh,
Craig. He looks like the skinny version now of what is Jason Supley. Look
that's
him up
funny. That's funny.
if you are listening. Pull up Jason Supley. I think that's his name. The big guy from Remember the Titans, and tell me that's not Craig.
Yeah.
Also, another lookalike that we figured out this past week was your partner, um,
Oh yeah.
Colton,
Yeah. Yeah.
Colton, and uh, Colton and Carson Wentz,
Colton and Carson Wentz. Yeah. There's
first
definitely
cousins, maybe.
similarity there. Yeah.
Yeah, moms are sisters. I found out. Just kidding, not actually, but he totally looks like a more handsome version of Carson Wentz.
Yeah. No, there's definitely some similarity there. Um, yeah, it was funny with Christian and Craig's outfits. Christian was like, "Oh, this is how Rivera. I don't know how Rivera does this with the hair, you know." But I mean, Rivera always has it nicely put together. It doesn't look like that.
Yeah, Rivera's his manscaping is on another level, man.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
the beard the beard thing he had going on, the braid, the everything's always like never see a dude with his hair out of place, man.
No,
It's
no. He wakes up early to get that
on,
done.
on lock. I think as far as best costumes, I think they had the best costumes. Him and Sin,
No, yeah,
they
those are solid.
those were
Those
the
are super
best. The
solid. Christian and
Ben
Craig's are
Stiller,
solid too.
they looked like a couple Yetis, Christian and Craig, with those hairs.
They did.
Um,
Couple slashes.
but
Slash.
jumping back into league action,
Yeah,
wanted to do a little recap, get your thoughts on my dominance of going 2-0 in picks.
it's about time.
Um,
It's about time.
hey, I'm a playoff guy, not
Yeah,
a
yeah.
at least from
When
a
there's
picks
when there's four
perspective.
games to pick from, not so
Hey,
great. But when it's
hey,
two,
no, I'm not keeping track of that. I'm just undefeated in picks. That's
you know
I'm the
ball. Remember,
Midas
you
of
know
picks.
ball.
Yeah, I know ball. I can't play ball, but I know ball.
I said that to
Um,
Jesse today about something. I was like, "Yeah, you know ball, Jess." She's like, "What the fuck did you just say?"
she's like, "Yeah, I don't have any balls. What are you
Yeah.
saying?"
Like, what are you saying? Don't worry
Oh
about it.
man. Yeah, no, that was a exciting week. Great games. Well,
Great
the
games.
way it came down, some drama at the end there. Deck the Balls pulled out the upset win over Cobra Kai, just like I had anticipated. Um, everybody came out
Your
firing.
belly told you so.
Hey, my gut. I listened to my gut. We had John and Preston each with 4 wins, points in the 50s. We had Josh with the sub with 2 wins, Kuhn with 4 wins again. That's I think his best performance, or probably tying his best performance. So he came to play.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Turned out the fours ended up being the difference. I think I had mentioned in the last
You
podcast that I
did.
thought
You
it
did.
would come down to like what are the 3 and 4 going to do? And you had 6 combined wins from Deck the Balls in the 3 and 4, 4 for Kuhn and 2 for Josh, and then Cobra Kai had 4 combined wins between Kyle and
Yeah.
Jeremy. So I feel
It
like
worked out
it
in that favor. I think in the other matchup, it was not so much the case, but
Yeah. Yeah, we definitely something that's got to be the most interesting scorecard in the other
yeah,
matchup. But I think just to put a bow on Deck the Balls Cobra
yeah.
Kai matchup, I think you saw it looks like a pretty close match, 204 to 202 in points.
Hmm.
So a 2 point
Close
difference.
games.
A lot of close games. Sounds like people had to grit it out and really hold through, and then it turned out to be a few points here and there turned out to be the difference of the match. But
Hmm.
it'll be cool to see, does Deck the Balls carry on with that momentum coming into the championship game? Do they keep playing hot? This will be the third different player that they'll have on their team coming into this next game in as many weeks, right? So you had
Yeah.
the ringer the
Ryan.
sub heard around
And
the
then,
world,
yeah.
as Junk would say, and then you had Josh play last week, and then you're gonna have full strength squad this week with Brad being back. So he's coming back for the championship game. So I believe it's John, Brad, Preston, Kuhn, full strength coming in, trying to claim their spot at the top. John and I were on a championship game or championship team our very first season, and he has yet to go back. So this will be his first time back in the championship. He's looking to take home. He's hungry. He was texting me
Hmm.
earlier. He's fired up, not a doubt in his mind, which is what you love to see kind of coming in to finals week. But yeah, any other thoughts on that matchup before we look at the other one?
No, I mean it was a battle. I mean I know Cobra Kai, they had a chance because I think it was 12-10 going in the final round, and then I think they got swept in two close games as well. But um, I mean, two solid teams. We knew that was going to be kind of haymakers back and forth across the board. So yeah, I
Yeah, I mean that
think
the deciding game, Kyle and Jeremy versus Josh and Kuhn was 9-11. Had
Yeah.
Kyle and Jeremy pulled that off, it goes to Dreambreaker.
Yep.
And we know anything can happen with
Yeah.
Dreambreaker. So,
I
so
think on
yeah,
that
very
one,
close.
yeah, I mean, you see Rivera and Jaden 3-3, John and Preston 4-4. So I mean,
Yeah,
the top two also helped drag them across the
yeah,
finish line. So yeah, I
definitely.
think you need a little bit more than 6 wins out of your 1 and 2 to usually get it done.
Absolutely. And then yeah. Yeah, I think that's the it's the way the
Yeah.
cookie crumbles. A team that was hot throughout the whole season and kind of lost some speed and momentum coming into the
Yeah.
last week of the season. And that can absolutely happen. I feel like we see it every season. We alluded to that at the beginning of the season. You know, is there going to be a team that peaks early and fizzles out, and that team, you know, I don't want to throw too much water on them too, because they, again, we just talked about
Yeah, they
super close
crushed it.
matchup. Like
Yeah.
they were, you know, a few points away from being in the championship. So it's not like they just
Hmm.
didn't show up. But yeah, didn't make it. So yeah, Deck the Balls ends up pushing through, gets their revenge from the regular season matchup. And we'll be headed to see Kitchen Crashers tomorrow. But let's chat about that matchup.
Yeah.
Kitchen Crashers takes it in a Dream Breaker, which wasn't particularly close. The Dream Breaker was
Yeah.
kind of
Midway it was I think within like 3 points and then they pulled away.
yeah, for a little
Yeah.
bit of it. I think we all looked at that and felt like Kitchen Crashers had the advantage on paper. This is a rematch of the Dream Breaker that they
Hmm.
played in week 2. So this went to Dream Breaker both times. So it seemed like very evenly matched teams when it comes to doubles. The way they got there may have been slightly different, but you know, the cards fell exactly the same
Yeah.
way. Ultimately in the Dream Breaker and in the regular games there. So 12-12, 186 points, another very close one. 186 points at Kitchen Crashers actually was outscored by 4 points by
Hmm.
MPGA at 190, which technically, the way that our scoring goes, like that's actually only 2 points difference between the two of them. So very
Yeah.
close there. Was there any drama in the last? What did that last round look like? So yeah, split last round. So not a ton of drama. Neither of those games were very close in that last round.
Mm.
So it was pretty much, you know, destined to go into Dream Breaker.
Yeah. Just wild scorecard across. I mean, MPGA, everyone had 3 wins. Kitchen Crashers, everyone had 4 wins, except for Tony had 0. It's a weird card. 3-3-3-3-4-4-4. It's just weird.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I think that's the only time we've had anything like this. And yeah, Tony Owen 6 is his new name. His last name is no longer Owens, it's Owen 6 after that. He's got to redeem himself this week.
yeah.
Uh
He did redeem himself in the
in
Dream
singles.
Breaker. Yeah.
Yeah. If he's I told him he's a pitch hitter. He's their they bring him
A
in for
utility player.
singles.
Yeah.
As long as y'all take care of the wins in the regular games, I'll come clean up in
When I
singles.
need to. Yeah.
Yeah. But exciting matches there. Really unique scores. You know, I didn't get to watch any of the games really, but yeah, anything else you're thinking on that one? I feel
Yeah.
like it was pretty
It was
pretty chalked
pretty.
up.
I think MPGA was they were like peaking at the right time. They played
Yeah.
well the last few weeks in the playoffs, and one extra win from any of their guys could have swung the other way. So their point spreads weren't super crazy. Would like to have seen more from my boy Adam in the one with only 43 points. But it is what it is.
Yeah. It looks like none of the games were particularly close except for one of them. Only one game was close, which is crazy to
Yeah.
land on 12-12, and only one game was close.
Yeah, it
And
wasn't
it
bad.
turned
Yeah.
out to be Trevor and Jeff over Chris and Ron 12-10. So would love,
Yeah.
maybe we got to do a little follow up and see if there was any drama in that one. Shout out to Jeff, who we know is watching. Brought his boy on Wednesday. Shout out to Sawyer for showing up. No,
Absolutely.
he's a fan of the pod, friend of the pod. was fun playing with his kid too. I loved seeing the copy and paste, man. You just see Jeff and little
It
Jeff
is.
just moves the same, like just super cool to see and see the father
It was good
son
to see.
playing out
At
there.
one point, it was Jeff and his son versus Knox and Jackson playing on one court, and it
Yeah,
just looked
Jeff
like,
almost got a predator alert put on him, like
yeah.
he's playing with a bunch of kids over there.
Oh man,
Uh,
that's funny. Just babysitting
yeah.
over there.
Well, shout out to Jeff. He continues his MVP campaign from
Yeah,
the three, going getting the dub 12-10 over our boys Chris and Ron. Trevor's been steady all season, so unsurprising there. But yeah, sounds like
yeah.
really
Trev
weird
was playing
storyline
reindeer
here on this
games
one.
too. I don't know. Was that
He's
the
always playing reindeer games.
yeah the no look uh return to have Adam smash it back into the net that later turned into an Adam paddle chuck. uh
Hey, Adam might need to put his name in the Guinness Book of World Records for like the furthest paddle. We got to get that man
yeah,
outside in a range.
fastest paddle throw. It's probably about 43 miles an hour.
Bro, put some heat on that thing.
He needs to go play some frisbee golf with that paddle.
Yeah, get him out there. He did say he did shot and disc in high school. We were chatting about that the other day, so
Yeah.
maybe they're carried over there.
That was a great no luck behind the back return that I've probably ever seen. Because
Yeah.
Adam absolutely annihilated that ball. Like full on Adam smash. It's a put away, and then the ball comes right back to you.
See, I
Just
wish that was the
demoralizing.
I wish that I could say that was the first time I've seen Trevor do that, but it's probably the 20th time that I've seen it,
Yeah.
and half of those times were against me playing at Mulberry. So, just I don't know where you develop that skill. He is a ping pong player, like that's his background is ping pong, and so
That was me too. Yeah.
just maybe ninja quick
Yeah.
hands there in a tight space. I don't know, but the dude does that stuff
I mean, the other one was great too. That
regularly.
no look behind the back and just like I don't know who he was playing, but just splits the defense, and they both just watch the ball go by. And then he is prancing around like a fucking reindeer.
He's the Patrick Mahomes of pickleball, man. He's Patrick Mahomes. I feel like I find some pretty nails comparisons here
That's a
every
good
week.
one.
He's Patrick Mahomes of pickleball. So yeah, good matchup. Loved the drama. And to see it in another dream breaker, man. These teams, I feel like we could play them. It feels like we could play them 5 to 10 times in a row, and you get a dream breaker almost every time. They definitely had. I'll point this out, and Tony kind of said this is MPGA just had the game plan against him. He felt like he was in survival mode the whole time, and I won't give away too much of just for the sake of the matchup here, coming forward. And but he just felt like what they were doing and the way that they were playing him really made him feel uncomfortable. And I think you get a few games going in that direction, and then it's hard to get out of your own head and feel confident in your shots again. So it feels like that's the only reason they were in this matchup is because they put somebody at 0-6.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure if this is another thing. I wish we had a statistician that could go back in the history books here, but I don't know if we've ever had a team win with a player going 0-6. And if you are listening to this and you know of an instance where your team won at any point, let us know. Drop a comment, send me a DM. But I'd be curious to see.
Back, but I highly doubt
Definitely not this season. It would have to be in
Yeah.
one of the previous seasons because I haven't heard of it this season.
We didn't have many offers this season, anyways. I feel like only a couple. I think
This was my first season without one, so
that's a positive.
yeah. Hey, I didn't get blanked
Yeah, I
any
mean,
week. I
usually
almost got
on all the
blanked.
ones that someone did have a 0, their team got annihilated. Like
Yeah,
it
that's
was not
usually
it
the
was,
story of the game. Yeah, it's
it was
hard
not
to
close.
it's hard to go completely winless if your team is playing well. Like if everybody else is good enough to win every game that doesn't have you in it, usually there's enough juice there in one of them for them to carry you past, right? Because it just means that they won every matchup They won
That's
every
pretty crazy,
matchup,
actually. The more you think about it, yeah, having it someone
right?
go,
No,
yeah,
or yeah, they won every matchup that they weren't partnered with Tony.
yeah.
So so yeah, and then which means
He
that
needs to eat his frosted flakes next time. That's for sure.
yeah, that wait, does that make sense though? Because then for MPGA to go everybody to go 3-3. Oh yeah, yeah. So anytime they didn't play Tony, they lost.
Hmm.
And every time they played Tony, they won. Yeah. So
Yeah,
very weird storyline. But
very
I'm
weird
looking Tony's gonna bounce back. Like I think
for sure. Super
unique
solid
play.
player.
Yeah. Unique play style from MPGA. Everybody's very slicey, different angles. I feel like when you come into Deck the Balls is more traditional in how they play. Very a power playing team. They like to drive, they like to speed up, they like to get in hands battles, and they're good at those things. So I think that's probably more of who Kitchen Crashers, right, like matches up with. I think MPGA has a lot of like kind of slice players, angly players.
Yeah, firefight. Yeah,
Adam's angles are weird. Chris's slice and spins weird. Ron's slice and direction
unorthodox. Yep.
is yeah, like, and then Craig is the king of like crossbody weird stuff running all over the court. So yeah, just kind of perfect storm to catch Kitchen Crashers off. I think probably their Achilles when it comes to style of play. Only team to play them into a dream breaker all
Hmm.
season. They did it twice. So Kitchen Crashers, Deck the Balls, championship game.
Hmm.
Tons of energy here. Both teams coming off of good performances. And Kitchen Crashers, I want to say spanked Deck the Balls in the regular season. We'll have our statistician look that up afterwards.
Yeah.
That's you, Wade.
Yeah.
And then yeah, coming in. Thoughts on the matchup, man? What do we obviously don't make the pick yet, but I want to
No.
hear your thoughts. Just kind of what storylines do you see here? Both teams out practicing. You got to practice with Kitchen Crashers this morning.
Hmm.
We all saw Deck the Balls practicing on Wednesday, opting to not touch another paddle to not throw off their
Yeah.
chemistry there. But yeah,
Yeah.
what are we thinking? What are we looking at?
Yeah. I think it's a couple different styles too. Like I think Kitchen Crashers, they like to slow the ball down a lot more. They like to win a lot of longer rallies at the net, whereas I feel like Deck the Balls, um, especially John and Preston, they'll I feel like they'll dink when needed, but they want to speed up a little bit more than anybody on Kitchen Crashers and gonna get out of that rally and put somebody away, or be ready for a counter attack. So I think two different styles there. Um, Brad and Kuhn, and then Jeff and Tony. Um, similar styles in some aspects, but yeah, I think it's just a who's ever style can last longer is going to win. If Kitchen Crashers can out dink them and just dink them to death, I think they'll prevail. If Deck the Balls can get the speed ups that they want and put them away with no counter coming back, they're going to win.
Yeah.
It's whose hands are going to be faster on that day. I think it's going to come down to.
Yeah. I think it's, I mean, I'm going to go to the 3 and 4 again. I think between Joseph and Trevor and John and Preston, and I'll correct what I said before. I think I said John, Brad, Preston, Kuhn, which is their original like lineup. The roster here shows
Yeah,
John,
I think they are putting
Preston,
Brad in
Brad,
the
and
three.
Kuhn. So if that's the case, right? Like, between Brad and Kuhn, where Brad's hasn't been able to play for the last few weeks, but and John was talking about this, very high IQ player, kind of understands what he's doing, has a high ceiling when he's playing on, very long, good reach. Like if he's clicking, can be pretty dominant. But you've got, I don't mean Jeff and Brad feel like built pretty similar, long, lanky
Hmm.
guys, good reach, high
Yeah,
IQ players,
crafty. Yeah.
drops. Yeah, you know,
Hmm.
can speed up when they need to speed up. So yeah, it's interesting there. I think Tony and Kuhn will be like a matchup to
Different
pay
styles.
attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, different styles. They have a lot of familiarity with each other. They've been playing together, playing against each other a lot over the last year or so. Does Tony shake the rust off from 0-6. Then I think he was camping for a whole week, or not camping, hunting for a whole week in between, and they ended up getting third place, right? Yesterday in the
Mm-hmm.
Halloween tournament, him in Hot Pants. Yeah, who shows up to play between the 3 and the 4 on both teams? I think John and Preston are going to bring it. I think Joseph and Trevor are going to bring it.
Yeah.
If I say anything slightly like, I don't even want to say offensive, but I slightly not in support of Jeff, he will send me an email and then print it out and bring it to me in person tomorrow and then tell me everything that I said wrong. So I just want to be aware of that I don't say anything
Tread. Yeah.
slightly.
Proceed with caution.
Yeah. So Jeff
Yeah.
is going to go 6-0, but everybody else, we've got to figure out how they're going to do here in this matchup. Jeff is young guy, 31,
Nimble.
32,
Extremely
nimble,
athletic.
absolute gym rat.
Can probably still dunk the ball.
Definitely can dunk.
Yeah.
Just, yeah, prayers up for everybody that Jeff is playing, because I don't think that we've ever seen him miss a ball. So, yeah, shout out to Jeff, MVP campaign running. But in all seriousness, like, he's playing great. I think playing very consistent, which is the name of the game here. I don't think it's really about a ceiling. It's about consistency at these levels. And I think he's playing well.
Another thing, I think Max said that we're gonna have some refs too. So
Yeah,
for
I
this
heard that.
championship match, so there'll be some line calls that maybe get overturned, which would be
Maybe that's how Kitchen Crashers got here. We did see those clips earlier in the season of them calling a bunch of out balls or a
yeah.
bunch of
I
in
think
balls
that
out.
them was Joseph, but yeah.
And Tony.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Okay.
Yeah. So
So yeah, there
yeah,
could be some
well,
drama with some,
maybe Kitchen
initial
Crashers
calls out
sucks.
that yeah, maybe it
Maybe
might be.
Kitchen Crashers sucks and they've just been cheating their way
It's a
through.
Fugazi.
Just kidding. Kitchen Crash is awesome. But yeah, who do we got here in your picks? I'm gonna make you go first because I feel like I still don't know which way I'm going.
Yeah, I think my gut says that we are not going to have a repeat of the Patriots season type environment where you have the undefeated make it to the championship and then shit the bed. I think they're obviously I've slept on them early. You got yelled at for sleeping on them early. I'm not going to sleep on them anymore. They've won every single game, every match, not every game. They've won every match, whether it's gone to Dreambreaker or not. And so I'm going to say that they're going to have what is probably the first undefeated season in Junkyard, and they're going to take the championship.
Yeah, that's crazy to say, especially when, like, on paper coming into the season, I'm not gonna lie, like, I thought this is gonna be not necessarily the worst team, but like, hey, this team has the biggest hill to climb when it comes to chemistry, experience in the league,
Mm-hmm.
Play styles, and be the first to admit that I was absolutely wrong with that assessment.
Same.
Um, and how they would
Same.
all play. So yeah, yeah, man, this is such a hard one to pick.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to go undefeated, right? Like, the pressure's on Kitchen Crashers here in this one for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the deck the balls. I don't want to say it has nothing to prove, right? They're hungry. They want to prove themselves. They want to prove that they belong here, that they didn't get through because they
Yeah.
cheated on the sub
A
situation.
loss is going to hurt worse for Kitchen Crashers than it will Deck the Balls.
Yeah.
It's going to hurt regardless. People, hate losing more than they like winning, but an undefeated run to end short would be
Yeah.
gut wrenching.
Yeah. And I want to clarify what I just said there. I don't think that they cheated in the sub situation, but I think, like, hey, there's going to be murmurs here and there of salty people saying,
Yeah.
oh, sub situation, this sub situation, that. I think that they deserve to be here. And I think that that's kind of what they want to prove here. And it's fitting that it's going to be full strength team, John, Preston, Brad, and Kuhn. I think my Man, so hard here.
Mhm.
So hard to pick. I
It's tough to pick against a team that's not lost. Like,
Yeah, because they haven't shown that they're capable of losing, right? And we've seen Deck the Balls have a great season, but they've gotten blown out once or twice,
mhm.
or lost once or twice, right? So, um, yeah, this is such a hard one. I think for the sake of drama, and this is more of a coin flip. Like I genuinely don't know who's going to win, but for the sake of drama, and the only way I can beat you in picks is to pick against you.
In the championship, yeah.
So, Kitchen Crashers, hear me now. I'm not picking against you. I'm picking against Wade. I'm going to go with Deck the Balls. Again, not because of what I've seen on paper, not even because of my gut on this one, but just to create some drama for the last week. You know, they've got playing with house money here, getting here from the 3 seed, yeah,
Well,
upsetting
let's
Cobra Kai.
let's add something to it then. I mean, if it's one match, it's the finale. We're gonna have bragging rights, but I know you love that coffee shop Pajotto or whatever the hell it is. If Deck the Balls wins, I'll get you a little, I don't know, $25 gift card. And if Critch and Crashers wins, our favorite is right next door, the coffee shop at Agritopia, and I'll expect a gift card there as well.
See, I don't drink the coffee there. I just go for the vibes, right? So,
Well, pick your
but
poison. If you
yeah,
want a gift card to Taco Bell, you can have a gift card to Taco Bell.
I still haven't cashed my beer from Deck the Ball, so maybe I'll ask Preston
Yeah,
for an Amazon gift card that'll float your way if they let me down, right? So
yeah.
I'll just float my
Rivera
payment. But
still
yeah,
hasn't got me
let's
this nice little poppy yet either. He said he did, forgot what it looked like. So if you're still watching Rivera, it looks like this. So
Yeah. Well, speaking of Rivera, we do have to pick the bronze match also. So we can't forget there are two teams
oh
playing
yeah,
for the first
can't forget about the
loser.
bridesmaids.
Yeah, can't forget
Yeah.
about the bridesmaids. So we've got a split on the championship pick here. Absolute coin toss for me. I did tell Kitchen Crashers that I would never doubt them again, so I'm not sleeping on it again. I just need to clarify that. I feel like I have to throw out qualifiers because literally everybody and their mom comes at me if I say anything. But John, don't let me down. Preston, do not freaking let me down. Um, Trevor, I love you. Jeff, I love you. Tony, let's win some games this week. Um, Joseph, you're an awesome guy, right? So it's not personal. Um, Cobra Kai, MPGA.
I would take it personal.
Yeah, do what you guys got to do with your feelings. I'm not going to tell you how to feel. My wife taught me that I can't tell you how to feel. So
It's true.
do what you got to do with your feelings. If that means you hate
Okay.
me, yeah. So Cobra Kai, MPGA, who's winning this one? We're close on time here. I don't want to get too into the
Yeah,
weeds like we did with the championship game,
for
but
sure.
who's gonna show up like they still have something to play for, and be motivated to win here. I already know which way I'm leaning, but want to hear what you think.
Yeah, I think I'm probably leaning the other way. I think I in the very maybe first week or two, I think I was riding with MPGA because, a couple of them are the, OG RMR boys. And then I think I picked against them every single week after that. I, I think I picked against them weeks 3 through last week. And so, part of that was I know it really fires Ron up. I don't know if Adam even has time to watch the pod, but I know Ron always screams at me or, sends me middle finger emoji. But I'm gonna not sleep on them this time. I'm gonna go MPGA, takes it over Cobra Kai for the bronze medal.
There we go. That's what we have. I am going with you. And it's for a
Oh,
few reasons. MPGA is gonna win. I feel confident. Um, Again, no offense to my boys at Cobra Kai. Love you all. Rivera, you're awesome. Jaden, I love you. Kyle, you're the best dentist I know on the West Coast. Jeremy, you're my guy. Best hair in the group outside of your captain. But MPGA has momentum right now. They knocked the snot out of my team. So they whooped up on Cobra Kai the last week of the season. They knocked the snot out of my team week 1 of the playoffs. They played a close Dream Breaker game going into the last week with the undefeated
semis,
team, right? And they took them to Dream Breaker twice. And then they've shown no signs of really slowing down. And then you've got Cobra Kai that I think is on the opposite side of the spectrum, right? So you have they lost pretty badly the last week of the season, 18-6, to MPGA. They had a bye first week, which is always tough to not play in a week. They come back, they lose to a Deck the Balls team that we've already talked about. Both weeks, Jeremy has not played well. I think one win. Let's see here. One win or 0 wins. He won 0 games the last week of the regular season against this team. And then last week he won 1 game. So again, I'd never like to call anybody out, but I think like in general, it's tough. Like Jeremy's got to find it, and he absolutely can.
Mm-hmm.
One of the steadiest guys in the group. But he needs to find it in order for them to have a shot this week. Because I think we've just seen, like I said, MPGA has played well. They're peaking at the right time. And if they carry that in, we saw Craig on the podium on Wednesday. We saw, these guys play, like I said, play really well last week. I don't know. I have a lot of like confidence. Rivera seems to be like ironing his game out a little bit, although he played well last week, I think. Generally speaking. Yeah, 3 wins, 49. So it's not the peak Rivera that we've seen. So these guys got to find it. I know they're going to show up, like they're going to give it their all, but my gut tells me MPGA. So,
I like it.
Yeah, we're aligned there.
Like
Cobra Kai. If you shut us up, you shut us up. But yeah, I think that the ball's in your guys' court to right the ship here and finish on a high note.
For sure. I'm excited. I'll be there tomorrow playing and watching and it's going to be hopefully a fun finale to the season.
Yeah. It'll be a great finale. Thanks for everybody for just balling out, playing hard, coming together. It's been so fun this season, just kind of following everybody, seeing the storylines, talking about it, pretending like we're, sports analysts here and we don't know Jack Diddley, right? But laughing with you guys. Appreciate you guys for listening. Obviously, we're going to come back for one more pod to recap the season, but this has been a lot of fun. Wade, it's been so fun to pull this one out. Just the idea that we had just floated like, let's try to do a podcast. So it's cool to see what it's turned out to be. And we're really encouraged that you guys listened to it and, joked about just the comments that you guys make, but that tells me you're listening, which is that's why we're doing it. So maybe next season we got to figure out how to do this like with live chat, right? So people can be in the chat here.
That would be good.
We'll expand our technologies a little bit, but I think that in general, this league just gets better every season. The competition gets better every season. The content, the stuff that Mac's doing, the graphics that he's putting together, just the little nuances. Yeah, this is such a special group, such a special event that we all get to be a part of. A lot of work that goes into it, not just from the organizers, but from each of the captains and finding subs and, practicing as a team. Like this is so unique to anything I've experienced. Right. And it's only possible because everybody's bought in, like everybody takes it seriously, and puts their heart and soul into it. So we appreciate you guys. We see you guys. And again, thanks for letting me do this by supporting us, listening to us. I don't get paid, which is fine, but you guys
sponsored
pay me.
By Simply Green.
Yeah, sponsored by Simply Green, and now Marlo. I did sign on with Marlo. I'm officially Same. There we go. So brought to you by Simply Green and Marlo.
Yeah.
this podcast here. We'll chat a little bit more. Let's do a little segment on Marlowe next week.
Yeah.
Just kind of recapping, some of the stuff from maybe some of the things that people called out from the games on Wednesday. But everybody,
Cool.
Wade, any last thoughts here before we sign off?
No, it just yeah, ditto. It's been fun spinning this up. I love, I'm a shit talker. Like I love the smoke. I like getting messages and firing people up. It fires me up. I look forward to doing this every week. Whether it's we get 5 listeners or 35. It's been super fun. Looking forward to the season recap and then also what we can do next year with the next season. So appreciate all y'all. And it's been
There we
a
go.
pleasure being back on the courts with everybody.
Absolutely. We love having you back in the fold, Wade. Voice cracking. A little emotional here. But appreciate y'all. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. As always, we'll catch y'all
Peace.
later.
Bye.